Hey, everybody. The game we're going to look at today is going to be part of our list study. Um, there had been some requests for that, but it's going to be an advanced game. So let's just briefly go over the beginner versus advanced ideas here. Okay, I want to get over here so that I can get over here. Okay. So we know that we've got the three questions, and I won't go into a lot of detail because I went into great detail in 1 and 2. And to train our minds, we ask about, do I have any weak groups? Yes, my A group is weak. Great, we're defending the A group. Back to the top of the list, question 1 again. As I defend my A group, is there another black group I can defend? No, turns out there's whites. B group is weak, and we can do that in the C area. So it's a three-purpose move. I'm sure you caught all that, or else go back to 1 and 2. Okay. Now, what we'll be looking at today is the more advanced way of doing this. Once you get this down, so you have somewhat of a habit of seeing your groups, then you go to this idea, which is, the board I'm looking at, I'm seeing three things. I'm seeing a big C area, and his B group's kind of weak, and I'm noticing my group's kind of weak. Which of those seems most important to me? Now, it's usually going to be A, because our defense usually comes first, but that's maybe only 55% of the time. I mean, more, but I don't know how much more. So you look at the issues and link together as many as you can. And they don't have to be in order A, B, C. Okay, so that's what we're going to look at. We'll be mostly looking at the white stones, which is Mr. Yang, one of my favorite all-time players, the master of fundamentals. Again, it's a tournament game, Zhuzhou Zhang's annual tournament, and black is amateur 8-dan. Okay. And this is played 40 years ago, at least. I mean, I don't know how long ago, long time ago. I've had it for quite a while. And back then, pinches were done all the time. We follow a basic Joseki. There's a couple Josekis to choose from. He often just plays this one. Settle. Okay. Now it's time for black to help the A group. Let's look at other things we can link to that. Let's look at all the things that might link to it. Big area 1, big area 2. Now that's number 3 on the list. What's big? So if black can defend himself while playing in one of those areas, there's a link. We also have a B group, which is a stone at the moment. And it's all alone, sort of. We might find ourselves, like if we can pinch in area 1, we're playing the big area, attacking the B stone, which by definition helps our A group, because if B is weaker, A is stronger. So this would be a three-purpose move. As long as, now check this out, white comes out, let's have black come out, and black doesn't have the option of defending here because you forgot your main purpose. Defend your corner group. So let's assume we get out and all of a sudden white's all over the black stone. Now black has 2 weak groups. So it didn't work out because on the left, that's white's area. And if we come in, that's 2 weak groups. Now on the bottom, it's black's area. And indeed, that's what black does. Playing in a big area where there are black stones, so we don't plan on getting in trouble, which attacks the A group and by definition helps our B group. Okay. Now, this move, no, this does not hurt the white group. So the white group feels less need to defend. Well, if our job is to defend our corner, we have to hit it hard. That hurts the A group, which by definition helps our B group. So make sure when you help from a distance, you are doing that. Okay. Black. White's got to help. Let's look at a couple connections. Into the corner. We're going to get extra eyes here, and we might catch that cornerstone. Well, the corner is kind of small right now. I mean, for instance, that move could be worth not quite an eye. And okay, now we've got an eye out of it, and we gain 2 points in Gote. Really not impressive. But on another board, it will be impressive. So on another board, we by all means would want to play here, but not in this case. What other connections? How about this corner? We are hurting the A group, which by definition helps the B group, and we're playing in a pretty big area. Oh, I like that idea. That sounds good. But white is saying, you know, I want to get my group out. I'm behind enemy lines, and that's a top priority. I don't want to get surrounded and take a little corner. So, for instance, if white comes in and black says no, oh, I got the corner. Great. Well, black got a tremendous outside, way bigger than the corner. So white wants to follow the basic idea of let's get out first. Okay. Now we want to link something in that with that idea. I want to get out, and what? That can be your mantra. If you define your main goal, and I got to tell you, everyone listening 95% of the time does not have a clear definition of what they're trying to do. We've talked about the bad habit of Go players. You put a stone down. Horrible habit. Stop putting stones down. Instead go, what's my main goal here? I don't want to get surrounded. I want my group to get out. And what's my secondary goal? Well, hurting A, hurting B. There's no big area in the center right now. Okay, well, black never exactly defended the A group. He helped the A group. He didn't exactly defend it. So we could say there's 2 weak groups here, the B and the A. So if I press on that B stone, I'm hurting. If he dares defend this well, then I'll be hurting the other group pretty hard. So it's a splitting attack, basically. Okay. Black connect. Black comes out. White's main job, help the A stone. Oh, we're ready to cut it, B? No. It's that little A stone. What is it? 4-1 in black's favor. We're not going to win that battle right now. I mean, sure, read it out if you think there's a chance, but it doesn't look like it. So basically, A and B and C are the options, and the rule is 4th line is for growing, which kind of fits here. It's not exactly white's area, but it's more whites than blacks. And keeping the pressure on the opponent. And we're attacking them. So we do want to keep the pressure up. So 4th line is obvious. I was playing a tournament game against a professional years ago, and I came to a situation where, okay, I can't pressure her group anymore, so I'm going to extend to the third line instead of the fourth. So in review, she says, why didn't you play on the fourth line to keep the pressure up? I said, because there is no pressure. She said, well, there's some pressure here. So in her mind, it's like, even if it's a little bit, keep the pressure up. I'm like, I didn't see any pressure. Well, she saw pressure. Okay, fourth line, keep the pressure up. Notice A totally helps those three A stones, really thick to the outside, thick to the right, giving the B group a nice home, standing out like a beacon, lighthouse beacon. It's like running to A at the moment is a great idea. So that A is doing a lot of things. It's doing a lot for the right, building that's a 4 or 5 line high wall facing the right with no white stones. That's going to be big. And white could run, but this is big and life. Okay. Black. You've heard me mention a few times in these videos how Q players we're in the middle of a fight, like here, and black defending the B group. White plays away, and black says, oh, I better defend that group again. Why? It hasn't been attacked. Remember that? So here, when white plays this way, that's not attacking that group in the bottom right. Right? That's not an attack. So for black to now fix something or run out when he hasn't been attacked is necessarily slow. So black plays away. Oh, black does a quick little forcing move, just a small help. It's for free and it helps a little tiny bit and then away. Playing in a big area with some white weakness there. This is a little more to the point. The problem is black will never get back over there to fix. He's got to spend time on, yeah, it's not working. So he plays on that side. White does a quick threat to surround and then closes his skirt. Now, this is one of these, it may look like an obvious choice, but check out. The A group has no base. Its skirt is open. So we need to defend. As we attack the B stone, as we play in the big area one, it's a 3-purpose move. And if these things are in your mind, you go, oh, I need to defend my group. Oh, and I'm going to do it in Sente as I'm getting points. And it all flows very naturally. And you can start pumping out some very positive moves when you look at the board this way. Okay. That goes to settle. This is always funny to me. This black stone has 3 options for health. It's a nice, healthy stone. All of a sudden, if it decides to come out, it's not getting healthy. So give it up and play something big on the other side. I mean, play because it's big and safe, and then you give it up because it's not safe. I've always thought that was weird. Okay. If white thinks my A group is weak, which it isn't, and he doesn't think that. But if he did, he'd be playing this move, right? Defend. Now, this video is all about these connections. Defend A, attack B, defend C, play in area D, taking area D, which is a nice size area. But since C is not weak, corner's bigger. Nice big corner. And we looked at some in-game recently in one of the videos. Count A. It's like between 15 and 20 points. It's really big. Q players tend to not know how big in-game is. It's a really big move. Black comes out. In defense, playing in a big area, two-purpose move. Okay, so check out the ABC. This is all about the D group. The D group can totally be split by white running out at A. It's a big split there. It's also a cut at B. Not that it works at the moment, but that's a weakness for sure. So the weakness at A, weakness at B. Is it time to take action on these? Well, no, because we don't have clarity yet. So white says, I'm going to play in a big area. One where if you wanted to, you could pinch me and see that white stone is completely inside a black area. So this is dangerous for white. So what's white doing? Well, it's getting information. If you attack me, then I have the A gap, the B cut, and I will treat C as Aji, happily giving it up to get my main attack back. That was a bit much, but we'll see it play out. Black does attack rather than, for instance, defend. White's life is easy, black's area is secure, and no addition to the other weaknesses. But white has Sente and the right side so easy. That's kind of, strong players don't like being passive. So black pinches and white starts in. What are you going to do? White says. Black says, I'll just take the corner. And white can still live there. But this is the move that separates the whites, starts to take a pretty big corner. And now with this Aji in place, white says, great. This move works better now because of the other Aji. There's a whole thing about how to use Aji and the timing. I didn't appreciate it. I guess at 4 dawn I was appreciating it somewhat. But then in 5 and then 6, man, the opens up. The timing is deep and wonderful. Okay. Out. Chase with the knight's move. Okay. The A group isn't out, but it might live. So white says, how about I just take away your life, right? That's a false eye now. It's C4. And black can't even get one eye without spinning a whole move. So black has one eye in Gote, no eyes yet. So he's got to get out. And out he goes. So how's white going to continue here? White's next move may seem obvious, but I just personally am inspired by it because it looks like it doesn't work. Like, for instance, oh, black can just connect. Well, no, he can't. There's 2 cuts there. Okay, but black will just come out. Great. Then that's a massive split in all the Ajis. So whatever, it just works really well in all cases, from what I can tell. So white, black, Hani to do the surrounding. Tari, save the stone in Sente, and come out. Okay. the A stones are virtually connected to the left. The B stone is not. C stone's out, and they may or may not be connected to the D stone. But notice that cut, how D and E can totally touch here. So black is still about to get surrounded. That's the point of what I'm saying. Black's F group is still just about to get surrounded, and it has 0 eyes so far. That goes to get out. And the cut. Remember that Aji we put in place? White says, how about you just save your group? I'll just take the bottom. That bottom area is huge. Black just can't do that. So white gets more freedom, more Aji. Threaten to live there. Black has to say, go ahead, take the 2. No, thank you. Notice, this is a beautiful move. Black is still surrounded. Boom, boom. And now white's doing great here. White needs to get these center stones healthy. So back to our list, we have to connect help A and what? Do a big fight at B? No. Those B stones have so many liberties. They're basically out. That's hard. But chasing these two B stones, easier. So why don't I go that way? And indeed, this center, if I'm not careful, would be a big black area. So 3-purpose move. Come on out, come on out. We need to help. Help A and what? What else can we do? Well, here's a way, big area, adding another stone to help. So here, white's basically getting out. We're getting out. But when you get out this way, notice there's some issues here. The 2 stones have some problems. So he's keeping the pressure on by keeping the liberties tight. Boom. Connect home. Start the surround. Surround. And cut. Well, black has to give something up here. Tari. So this is a cute little exchange. Throw in. And now there's no cut at A, because if black plays at A, white says Atari and then saves the cut. So there's no cut at A. There's no I at B. And the entire black B group is still cut at C. So black has not increased his health virtually at all. It's a wonderful sequence for white. White does a little threat. Come on through. Keep those liberties up. Do the threat. Cut. Atari. So there's obviously a lot going on. And that's one thing that strong players can do is, you got a dozen things on your plate. And over here, the mashed potatoes are pretty big and important. And the peas over there are less important, but there's a lot of them. You got all these things to organize on your plate. And they can do that because they're so familiar. And it's a very detailed thing. Okay, check out this white move. And look what we have here. A stick, and then a right turn and another stick. There's no eye shape here. I mean, black just plays something like this. Where's white's eyes? So white needs to get a three-dimensional thing going. So threaten, get another option out. Standard process. Okay. A. So if black says, I'm going to cut through, and white says, no, you're not, then the result is we have an A group that's floating in black's sea. And that tends to be a little dangerous, except there's an eye there, maybe another eye there, options into the corner, options into running, attack the 5 group. And there's options everywhere. So it's not like white's weak, but white is cut off. And instead, if black cuts this way, this move either kills the A stone, so they're all connected, or kills the B group, once again leaving the C group by itself. So we still have the same group, the C group in both cases, and it's out in the same way that we've seen so far. Okay, so this doesn't really change anything. Comes out, threaten, jump out with the knight's move, which is not cut because white has backup. If it's cut, white's dead, but it's not cut. It's sente to cut and kill. Now, another chase with the knight's move is cut. Way weak, way dangerous. Can't be done. So a non-cut move. Save. Keep this all together. And now something of their black's dead, so white's all connected. White needs eye space, eyes, life. Here's something Q players, it's not that they don't know it, it's they're kind of unaware of it. We all know this is sente. That's what the Q player is going to do. Oh, next move I capture. Great, I got that in sente. Well, this is also sente because white can play here next, and those stones die. And then the powerful one, white can also play this one, also sente to kill. And this move reaches around really well, powerfully. Very powerful way to get your sente in. There's no cuts. Threaten, Tari, and it all looks connected. Not that it exactly is. Couple little sidetracks here. Okay, that's dealt with. Boom, boom, cut, capture. So just like we said, the A group is on its own now. Let's see what black does. We're almost done. Okay, without this move, just for fun, we'll have black take back just to give white sente so we can see how bad it is. Boom, 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 boom. The entire black group only has 0 eyes. 0 eyes. The whole black group dead. So black really needs to do something. Okay. So here we are creating an eye in sente. And there's the second eye. 1 eye in sente, 1 eye in gote. Now white takes here, but now there's the ko. Okay, let's make sure we see it. If black wins the ko, all white dies. Okay, so let's say white does some theoretical co-threat and black says, aha, I have won the co. Well, it doesn't count because you just used it up. So white makes a co-threat, black has to play here. Black makes a co-threat, white responds, black takes. So it's a two-step co is the point. On top of which white has lots of co-threats. So he doesn't even, he wastes a co-threat just because he doesn't need anything. And black resigns soon because he simply can't compete in the co. So I thought Mr. Yang did wonderfully here. And if you can see, if you can follow the pattern, how are they defending? What's their main thing? What's their secondary thing? Follow it along. And then what I did for decades was I'd always ask myself a practical question, which is, what can I do to change the way I think so that I see the board that way? Like, okay, need to defend. I didn't get that till I was 4-down. It's really weak 4-down. I could fight pretty good. Okay, need to defend. Okay, then up to 5-down. Okay, do that and do other things. But that's back before anyone knew how to play Go in the Bay Area. Okay, so that's the game. Hopefully it was fun to see. Hopefully you learned some stuff. And we'll see you around. Bye.